Morning all. I'm on the clock a bit again this morning. One of the many ways in which my day job buggers up my training. But what I'll probably do is get my meaty, if you like, get the meaty chunk of the workout done. That is to say, my heavier exercises, and then do my accessory exercises later on, which is doable. There's been a lot going on recently in the world of strongman. Well, more directly, I suppose, the world of strong women. I do want to touch on this because I want Andrea Thompson to know just how much of the strongman community, strong women community, are behind her. We do say strongman straight off the bat because strongman has been going since the 70s, whereas they didn't start doing like official, if you like, strong women category till much later on. So as by way of people just being aware of them, they normally say strongman first. But I also want to do that as a separate video because I want that video to actually, you know, be specifically about that topic. Whereas this is a training video, so we'll get the training bit, and obviously there's less chatter. And there we go. Yeah. So today is leg focused. However, I am starting with a clean single cleans for about, I don't know, maybe 5, something between 5 and 8 sets. I'll see how I feel, because while there is no, at the moment there is no pressing event in the competition that I've got coming up. It's not till bloody May, but in May. So I am taking the educated guess that the mystery event is going to be press related. So I'm focusing on elements of my pressing. So because of that, and because pressing being my weakest, my weaker portion of my tools, I'm just adding a few bits more. And in all fairness, you know, as long as I'm just the clean of it, the clean section of this is essentially just leg drive, isn't it? Essentially, it's a leg press. So yeah, we're gonna get on. Not as much chatter. I might get some background noise going on in a minute, just to, you know, cut out the boredom for you, and hope that this does not bang off this. Also, this is more getting used to the axle. I don't do a monkey grip with these because, you know, I'll probably lose something. So here we go. Again, I didn't do what I was going to do. I was going to work out the centre of the bar, but I've been busy with the day job. There's no doubt about it. I would progress much more if I didn't have that day job. But it is what it is. You got to work around what you got to work around. That was one. Keep the rest periods really short. The weight on this isn't that heavy. So again, it's just really getting used to the technique of the actual driving section. I've got plenty of time to change things up. I may well alternate. That might be a good way of going about it. Alternate between an axle clean and a log clean. I might well do that. With overhead pressing on the Mondays, I'm doing push presses out of the rack, and then I'm doing a clean on my the secondary pressing. Well, it's more leg work than anything else, isn't it? But nevertheless, I'm chucking the clean in now. May do some log work tomorrow, just so I'm covering all angles. My mind's saying, don't be a monster dumbbell. The mystery there is I'll potentially get no points again. There's 3. Yeah, just stretching the arms out there, because while I'm not pressing anything, that swinging motion there, your elbows do and will feel that. Not got any sleeves on it at the moment, so maybe I'll put some elbow sleeves on next time. It's still a bit parky over here in sunny England, so yeah. Before may well cap it at 5, just to make time. Oh no, 5. I might go 6. I'll get the 5th one done. Check the time. Probably get a 6th one done. I would like to get as much of my session done as I can today during this first period. In all fairness, although I did say, you know, I can do some more. I will do more later. I finished work at 2 today. That said, I've got to do some shopping. Making a homemade soup today for my kids. Wow, maybe 2 of them. Definitely one of them. One of them definitely loves my homemade soups. You know, his granny's recipe. Their gran, my mum. Beautiful. Beautiful homemade soup. It's an all veggie one, but there's all your nutrients. I'll probably sneaky a little ladle or 2 for myself. Let's have a check. Yeah, probably. Let me get one more in. Yeah, get one more in. One more set. Again, I'm very, very deeply focusing on the leg drive portion of the clean. Almost sort of like trying to psychologically imagine it as a leg press. Suggestion used from a couple of decent deadlifters. So it's just obviously my foot width is much different for this. I say much, but it's different than what it than what it is for my deadlifts. So I'm trying to focus that. It's just one of the cues that you have to remember when you go from doing a clean to doing a deadlift. It gets all confusing. It's not an easy sport, strongman. That one felt a little bit less smooth than the other ones. I don't know if my focus might have been off slightly. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at the time. Yeah, one more. We'll do one more. You know, lucky number 7, as they say. Right, go on then, we're getting it done. Yeah, that felt a lot smoother. Finishing that with there, because I got 20-ish minutes. When I say ish, I mean like 23 minutes. Rest between sets. Now, the rule of thumb with rest between sets depends on rep range. Of course, with 10, I think somewhere between. Well, I'll go by the minimum ballpark, because you could say 8 to 25 reps if you wanted to. 8, anything above 8, depending on what you consider just assistance. 8 minutes. 8 reps. Rest can be anywhere between 1 and 2 minutes, maybe 90 seconds, which is between 1 and 2. So let's say 90 seconds. 1 to 5, maybe 2 to 5, I suppose. But it depends. Basically, you've got to listen to your body. Your body will tell you when you can go again. Your body will tell you when you've got to back it off. So, but again, this is the problem I do have on days when I have got work early and it lands on a training day. I don't like chopping out training days. I'd rather get up earlier and get done what I can. The worst ones are when, you know, if it's a 12.5-hour shift and I'm not going to have time to do anything when I get home. Not because I'm tired, but because I don't have time to do it. Well, no, I'm tired, obviously, but I wouldn't feel comfortable, if I'm honest. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing anything too heavy after a day, after I've been working. That's just the way I train now. Heavy, if I train heavy, I prefer to train early, you know, when the body's fresh. Would there be exceptions? Weighted carries. If I'm doing a weighted carry, that would be an exception. I can do a weighted carry any time of the day. But with something which is definitely more of a focused exercise, like say a squat. After this squat, there's going to be some stiff leg deadlift. So yeah, I might get that. That's just different. But then again, that's just me. Right. Doing 3 reps. Yeah, the advantage of this being week 1, going slightly lighter. Actually good timing. And again, because this is slightly lighter, I don't necessarily need big pauses. Again, it's all about listening to the body. As I say, your body will tell you when you can go. But yeah, because of work, I probably am going to have to shave a bit off. Also, people could easily say, I'll just get up earlier. It's not that easy. Not that easy. I was closing last night. Got out of work about 7:05 in the evening. Cycled myself. I was home quick enough time, about 20 past. Do the nighttime routine with the girls. Well, my wife does it. But when my wife's done that, the kids want their hug and kiss from dad, so I have to go back up and do that. So you're looking at maybe 10 o'clock before you, well, a bit later, 10. About 20 past 10 I'm getting into bed. And I mean, my wife will tell you I'm a heavy sleeper. Because I am. As my wife will tell you, it's easy for me to get to sleep, because it is. She hates me for it because I snore, but you do. Finish conversation in a minute. Yeah, so I can sleep pretty quickly. I'm normally alright on 6 hours. I normally need it, I would say, at least 6 hours. That's probably the minimum. I've slept with less than 6 hours. But, you know, sleep is the one time where I'm almost guaranteed rest. So, I take it when I can. It's time. So then you're looking at, let's say I was actually asleep by about 11:15. 6 hours would be 5:15. Bit cold at the moment still, so yeah. I ushered myself out of bed by about 5 to 5. Wolfed down my breakfast. Hang about. I forget my tea. No, I didn't. Panic over, I did not forget my tea. But nevertheless, you know, wolfed down my breakfast. It's about 20 past 5. Get started. About 25 past 5. Got to leave at 6. Really? Well, we've done 2 of them. On to number 3. One more. Do one more set of 3. With 3 reps, I'm doing 4 sets. Again, like I say, this is week 1. So, I think the plan is up the weight till maybe the 3 is starting to feel a bit like, ooh, back it off. And then add another set instead of adding more weight. So I'm still progressing. You know. Like I say, after these 3 sets, 3 reps, I'm doing 5 sets of stiff leggy deadlifts. And then after that, that's probably going to end up being it, because I doubt I'll have time for much more. I have 13 minutes, so I'm very much on the clock, which is, again, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Once the job is better and the hours are better, things will be different. If I was starting, if I had like a 9 to 5, I'd be laughing. Plenty of time for training, plenty of time with the family afterwards. You know, kids finish at thing. Plenty. It's just been better time, better balance with a 9 to 5. Maybe an 8 to 4. I'll probably squeeze an 8 to 4. I think a 9 to 5 would be easier for me missus, because you know, the kids tend to leave for school for 8. So yeah, a 9 to 5. If I ever open the gym, the hours will obviously have to be a little bit different with that. It'll probably be like a morning session and an evening session. Yeah, something like that. Right. There's a bit of panicky going on today. The boss is coming in. For context, you got the manager of, say, your cafe, and you got your area manager, which covers our portion of the southeast. And then you've got the regional, who covers a lot more. Jesus Christ. Bloody chatting Christmas toy just scared the Jesus out of us. yeah, anyway, what can be, and often is, quite a stressful job, now gets amplified because the boss is coming to dinner. Everyone do everything. Yeah. It's like, calm down. He's just one bloke. What's he gonna do? Right. 9 minutes on the clock though. So I like to think the least I could do is turn up there on time, you know. Even that, I'd say even that's fair. That's fair. Just to get there on time, shut them up, say, look, I got here. I'm doing all that can be done. It's as clean as it normally is. Asking customers all the right questions. You want that in a mug? Is that in a mug? Upsale, you're wearing your apron? Fuck off. Jesus. I should be able to wear a badge, you know. Training day today, bit tired. Fuck off. Added one here. I don't care about this job. I get myself covered in little badges, I might do that. It's just a wage. Come on, you bugger. There we go. Right. There we go then. 3 sets of 5. Just about enough time. And yeah, I'll put out a video. It will be quite short, probably. But I will put out a video specifically for Andrea. And, you know, the way that things go with Strongman. Ah, 6 minutes. This video is proof, you can all bear witness. I'll even get the right trousers ready. Wait there. There we go. Work gear ready. So 2. Right. Right. Woo. So yeah, if you don't have time in the morning, but you know you have time in the evening, if you don't really want to train, if you don't want to be lifting heavy after work, get your heavy done in the morning. You may well only have one heavy exercise to do. There are times and programs I've been running, one heavy exercise, the other 3, 4, depending how many you got in your program, are all accessory work. So you could do your accessory work under there. 4 minutes, one more set to go. So that'll be done. Then I'll get changed into the work clobber. And then I'll have to get tracking, I suppose. What can you do? What can you do at the end of the day? Eh? Got to earn money somehow. We've all got to do something. Some of us are lucky, enjoy the job. Others, well, we've got to do a little bit less enjoyment for normally less money as well. So pay attention when you're in school, kids. You may well find that, you know, when you turn 16, you don't want, once your GCEs are done, you may well find you don't want to do anything else. That being the case, you can go to wherever, job, shop, whatever. Be like, look, I'm fresh out of school. I want to work. I could pursue higher education, but I actually want to work. You can tell from my GCSE results, worked as hard as I could when I was at school. Boom. That's the UK version. Obviously, people finish school differently, different ages, different countries. Or take the further education, better yourself in something that you want to have an interest in. What time is it? 2 minutes. Right, there we go. I'm on a minute. Gotta go. I'll put up another video later. As I say, I will do something directly for Andrea. Because while I don't know her, I met her. The strongman community. You know, strongman's a niche sport. I feel, you know, you're either into it or you're not. And yeah, I think the more eyes that are brought towards this, the better. Don't worry, you won't see anything. So yeah, I'll do a video of that later. If I remember, or if I've got time. If I remember, I'm not going to lie. If I remember, I'll do a video of the accessory work. But like I said, I don't want the video about what happened at World's Strongest Woman. I don't want the attention to be taken away from that. So it probably will be a video directly for Andrea. Maybe I'll put out a video of the accessory work. Wood nut. And yeah, that's that. Right, speak to you all later. Strong, happy, healthy as always. It's on the dot 6 o'clock, so hopefully I'll be out in the next 3 or 4 minutes and then off to work. Boo hiss. Ta-da.